Hello there, welcome to Get Data Solution. Today we are going to see a showcase of data from Data Visualization Society, which is presented under the theme of Information is Beautiful Award. So, Data Visualization Society award is under different categories starting from 2012 till now. So we'll look into 2013 data, long list, short list, and gold winners. And it has actually different categories from art, humanitarian, leisure, places, and so on. So today I'm interested to just present the case of business analytics in the area of business analytics. So in the category of business analytics, here are the long list, a showcase of long list. For example, here is Google Analytics dashboard, HR cross-functionality mobility dashboard, profit curve, and so on. These are the long list. Let's just dive into the short list. Here is the short list. Corner Boys Bowling, Superstore Employee Retention, public debt of Brazilian federal government, and how do we compare, and market map, and so on. So these are the short list. Let's come to the winner under this category, which is business analytics. So it looks like this one. Let's go to this particular dashboard and see how it actually compares the data. Here is the data. So it compares by income level, high income level, middle income level, low income level, and by regions. There are 6 regions: Americas, East Asia and Pacific, Europe and Central Asia, Middle East and North Africa, South Asia and Sub-Saharan. And by countries, it has considered the data for 173 countries. And in terms of the source, it has used different data, for example, for World Bank. In terms of methodology, the circle placement priority was placed on avoiding overlapping of circles. He tries to avoid overlapping of these circles. In terms of strong versus weak, each matrix was assessed to determine if higher value was better, stronger, or worse, or weaker. The axis strong values are placed towards the top outside, which means toward this peripheries, and average avenues for each income and region level standard average was calculated. And this wonderful dashboard is created and presented by Lindsay Poulter for the World Data Visualization Prize. And he used the data source as the main data set, and metrics selection were sources from WDVP, and also for percent of population with access to electricity, he used World Bank data. So we'll look into this now. So let's look first into high income categories. In terms of high income categories, high income categories on average compared to the other income levels across 31 metrics. Their score is 84% of high income countries of metrics are stronger than the average of other income levels. So the area of this is the circle which from this point to this point, and for example the major areas or strong areas are electricity access, maternal mortality, extreme poverty, children out of school, human development, and so on. So in general, high income countries have a rating of 84% of them have a or metrics stronger than the average of other income levels. If you dive into middle income countries have 10% of metrics stronger than the average of other income levels. Specifically, they are actually strong in the area of happy planet, GDP growth, and education as percentage of GDP. Let's look for low-income countries. For low-income countries, 6% of low-income countries, first of all, low-income countries on average compared to the other income levels across 31 metrics. So 6% of metrics are stronger than the average of other income levels. And these low-income countries are strong in the areas of carbon dioxide emissions and renewables. So the author also actually tries to show percent of population with access to electricity for 172 countries using the World Bank data, and it shows that from weak to strong in this particular case. For example, this country Rwanda is actually performing good. This is also Afghanistan, and 7% access. Here in the around 70% is Senegal. Here about 41% Benin, and so on. So actually I will discuss this, the percentage of population in using electricity coverage in a separate video. Now let's come back to low income country. The low income country is actually 6% more than stronger than the other income levels. So let's look into by can see it by region. For example, America, 16% of metrics are stronger than the average of other regions. If you see other region, for example, let's look Middle East and North Africa, 6% of metrics are stronger than the average of other regions. Let's look into Sub-Sahara, only 3% of metrics are stronger than the average of other regions. So let's look by country, specific country this time. Let's look for Ethiopia. So Ethiopia is compared to Sub-Saharan Africa by region and low-income countries by income level, and 30 metrics are actually assessed. So Ethiopia is performing 53% in both region and income category. If you compare only by region, 53, by income, 67 compared to the income levels. Let's look the data by both, which is 53. So Ethiopia is actually performing good in the area of renewables, which is 100%. Carbon dioxide emission, 0.2. Infant mortality, is 3.2, unemployment 3.7%, the Gini coefficient is 33 for Ethiopia, and seat held by women is 43%, maternal mortality is 400, and GDP growth is 5.6. Electricity access is 51.1%. Happy Planet, the value for Happy Planet for Ethiopia is 41.7. The rule of law is negative 0.6. And government effectiveness negative 0.6. The other is control of corruption is negative 0.4. Health as percentage of GDP is 5.1%. Government integrity is 33.2. And education as percentage of GDP is 5.1. Those are the strong values compared to region, and this region which is sub-Saharan Africa countries and low-income countries. Potential areas for Ethiopia to work on are here, which is the value is very low. Health per capita is very low. The other is GDP per capita is also very low, which is 2.6K, 2.6 thousand. The other is military as percentage of GDP, 0.5%. Government as percentage of GDP is also, which is low, 17.7%. Political instability is negative 2.1, and civil liberties is 11. So those are the areas for improvement, and I hope Ethiopian government will actually consider those values so for its decision making. So this data is very important for countries to take appropriate actions based on the available real data to make informed decision. I think not only countries and regions that should take appropriate action, but donors and funders should actually use this data to make informed decisions. So that's a very good data, and I would like to thank the winner of this year, Lindsay Poulter, for providing such informative data. And that's all. And you can actually access the data and see the performance of indicators by income income levels, which is high income, middle income, and low income, or by region or by specific region. A specific country. So thank you very much for just following our channel, and bye bye.